8 more days. Yes, that's right. We're now 8 days away from the NFL draft. So right now I'm going over my mock draft version 2.0. I've already released picks 1 through 20. So if you missed those videos, be sure to subscribe to my channel and check them out. And hey, while you're there, leave a like on them. It helps out more than you know. So today's Wednesday. The draft starts on April 23rd. So next Thursday, I'm excited for it to get rolling. So right now though, let me release picks 21 through 25 of my mock draft version 2.0. So starting with the 21st overall pick, I have the Philadelphia Eagles selecting wide receiver Denzel Mims out of Baylor. Mims in this draft class is the most unique combination of strength, size, and speed. He's 6'3", 207 pounds, and he ran a 4.38 40. So he can get down the field in a hurry, and in the red zone, he knows how to use his body to make plays. Now, he's not the perfect fit for Philadelphia. I think they would have preferred to land Justin Jefferson at that 21 slot, but I have the 49ers taking him with the 18th overall pick. But Denzel Mims really helps his offense open up. Last season, during the first 3 games, this offense looked like it was primed to be one of the top offenses in the NFL, but then Deshaun Jackson, who's a burner who gets down the field, went down with an injury, and the offense never looked the same. So while the Eagles really have multiple needs at wide receiver, I think Denzel Mims is the perfect fit for them because he will open up the field for the rest of the receivers, and he will be a target in the red zone right alongside tight end Zach Ertz. So I think that'll give Carson Wentz and that Philadelphia Eagles offense more room to work with. Now to the 22nd overall pick, I have another trade. The Minnesota Vikings currently hold that pick, but they're going to move down to 28 and swap picks with the Baltimore Ravens. So the Ravens now with the 22nd overall pick, they jump the New England Patriots so they can get their guy, linebacker Patrick Queen, out of LSU. Queen is viewed by many to be the top linebacking prospect in this draft class. It just depends if you consider Isaiah Simmons a linebacker or not. So Queen is a unique combination of size and skill. He hasn't played football for very long, but you could see that he was patient when it comes to reading plays, and he's also quick when it comes to moving the ball and attacking the ball. So I think that Queen could be one of the best linebackers in this draft class. He could be a perennial all-pro player. I compare him a lot to a Thomas Davis who spent all those years in Carolina with the Panthers and had a wonderful career. I think Patrick Queen could be just as good, if not better, than Thomas Davis for the Baltimore Ravens, who really don't have many holes, but trading up there to get Patrick Queen really gives them some depth at the linebacker position and gives them a future leader over the next few years. So the 23rd overall pick, I have yet another trade. We're keeping them firing here. We are not standing down with the trades here 1 week away from the draft. The Patriots, I believe, wanted Patrick Queen because he was drafted 1 pick ahead of them. They trade out of the first round, and a team that wasn't in the first round because they dealt their pick to the 49ers, the Indianapolis Colts, get that 23rd overall pick. They have plenty of room to work with. They likely give the Patriots the second pick in the second round, 34 overall, and the Patriots now amass more assets to draft better players later on, because that's usually the Patriots' way. They typically trade down in the draft to amass more assets. So with that 23rd overall pick, the Indianapolis Colts select their quarterback of the future, Jordan Love, out of Utah State. This reminds me a lot of the Kansas City Chiefs when they traded up for Patrick Mahomes. They had a roster that was built to win a Super Bowl, but a quarterback they weren't sure was the future in Alex Smith. So they draft Patrick Mahomes, and then a year later, he's their starter. I think we get the same situation here with Philip Rivers in Indianapolis. He's the quarterback for this season. They are paying him $25 million a year, but Jordan Love gets a year to learn from Philip Rivers and develop as a quarterback. Then when Philip Rivers either decides or has to move on to another team, the Colts have their quarterback of the future, their franchise quarterback, and they have a roster that's built to win now around him while he's cheap. So I think it's the perfect fit for the Indianapolis Colts. I think Jordan Love has the most upside out of all of the quarterbacks in this draft class. I think he's the most raw, but I like what I saw from him in his sophomore campaign when he had talent around him and a better coaching staff. Indianapolis has both of those things, so I think his junior year is more of an outlier because the talent and the coaching staff around him was subpar compared to the year before. So Jordan Love is the perfect fit as the future franchise quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts. Now moving to the 24th overall pick, the New Orleans Saints go defense here. They select linebacker Kenneth Murray out of Oklahoma. Murray is a great combination of raw athleticism and pure raw hitting ability. He's a hard-hitting linebacker. I think he's very comparable to Fred Warner, who's up at San Francisco with the 49ers now. Now, I do think he's not very patient, but he does read plays well, and he's a hard-nosed, hard-hitting linebacker who's going to make an immediate impact in a leadership role for this New Orleans Saints defense that is already a solid defense, but he's going to make their defense even better than it was before. Saints are another team with a win-now window with Drew Brees playing 1, maybe 2 more years, so I think he immediately steps in and helps that defense play even better so that Drew Brees and the offense don't have to have so much pressure on them in 2020 and maybe 2021 as well. So now finally with the 25th overall pick, the Minnesota Vikings are going to select a rising prospect who has climbed up the boards over recent weeks. That's edge rusher Yetur Gross-Matos out of Penn State. Matos is 6'5", 266 pounds. He's built like a power forward, so he actually has more room to fill out his frame if the Vikings feel that is something that he needs to do. So I think he could easily become one of the best pass rushers in this NFL. He's got the raw talent and skills, doesn't have a whole lot of football experience, so he is a little bit of a project, but the Vikings are able to work him in and use him as at least a specialist pass rusher early on because they have lost some of their better pass rushers like Everson Griffin over the past 2 seasons. So rebuilding that pass rush with Yetur Gross-Matos is a smart move for this Minnesota Vikings team. So there you have it. There's my mock draft version 2.0, picks 21 through 25. We saw 2 picks within those 5 picks, 2 trades within those 5 picks. Excuse me, words are hard sometimes, especially at the end of these videos. But hey, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and comment below who you think your favorite team is going to draft in the first round. So with that, everybody, enjoy your Wednesday, stay safe, stay inside, and have a wonderful day.